Good morning, everyone. My message this morning to you is one of gratitude. Gratitude for all the people who came before us. Gratitude for those who have contributed to our lives. So I have a question. If you were able to make a list of all the people that have contributed to you in your life, who would be on that list? If you were to stop and really contemplate it, just think of all the people, seen and unseen, that contribute to your life every day. Those who give us life and those who taught us how to live. In the words of Maya Angelou, as she said many years ago at Unity of Phoenix, we are standing on the shoulders of giants. Now I'm going to break this down into three parts. First, there are those who have contributed to humanity as a whole, some of whom you may not even know. Second, those who gave us life. And third, those who taught us how to live. So first, let's start with those who have contributed to humanity as a whole. Every day of our lives, we benefit from the contributions of people who came before us, people who spent their lives trying to better humanity in some way. Some of their names you may know: Charles Darwin, Madame Curie, Einstein, Dr. Jonas Salk, to name a few. Some names we don't know. For instance, Mario Molina, a Mexican immigrant, and Sherwin Rowland from a small town in Ohio, that we owe nothing short of the future of all humanity and possibly all life on Earth. Who were they? You see, they were atmospheric scientists at UCLA Irvine in the 1960s, when they decided to study the effects of chlorofluorocarbons, or CFCs, on the atmosphere. We know CFCs better as DuPont's trade name, Freon. CFCs were originally patented in 1928 as a refrigerant by Frigidaire Corporation. But after World War II, their use was expanded. And by the 1960s, they were in everything from shaving cream to spray paint to spray insulation. Molina and Rowland set out to study what happens to the CFC molecules when they were released into the atmosphere. What they found is that CFCs had an afterlife at the edge of space, where they accumulated in the trillions. When CFCs were hit by UV light, it stripped away the chlorine atoms. Once that happened, the chlorine atoms started devouring the precious ozone molecules that protect all living things from the harmful UV rays of the sun. A single chlorine atom can dissolve 100,000 ozone molecules. Molina and Rowland worked tirelessly to warn people. The corporate response, as you can guess, was that the science just wasn't in yet. One Reagan administration official said, "Just wear more sunblock and put on a hat." The scientists pointed out that plankton, those tiny plants at the base of the food chain that affect pretty much every other living thing on the food chain, were unlikely to do so. But through their tireless work, Molina and Rowland got people involved. And people around the world started demanding companies stop manufacturing CFCs. The governments finally listened. And in 1987, CFC manufacture, excuse me, was banned in 197 countries. Since then, the ozone has begun healing. Thank you. And scientists estimate by 2050, the ozone should be completely healed. We owe our very existence, or at least the existence of our grandchildren, to two scientists, excuse me, that we never even heard of. So thank you to Mario Molina and Sherwin Rowland Now, think of all the modern conveniences that we enjoy every day, all because there were those who worked to make our lives better. Think of everything that you do in your day. I mean, think of the doctor that you go to, all the years of schooling that they went through, interning, practicing, reading journals, just to help you when you have a medical problem. And the nurses that support the staff that help you, the hours they put in, the schooling they put in. How about the food that we eat? Thank you to the farmers who grow that food, the people who pack it, even the supermarkets that sell it. From our transportation to our communication, our entertainment, our shelter. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't do well living in a cave or a hut with no running water or electricity, no communication, just a fire for heat and cooking. I'm soft. I admit it. I like my conveniences, like a toilet and a shower. Thank you to the inventors Alexander Cumming and Thomas Crapper. But seriously, we owe so much to so many who came before us. Inventors, scientists, doctors, philosophers, and of course, our veterans, some of whom gave their lives in the pursuit of a better world for you and I thank them. Secondly, there are those who gave you life, not only your parents, but think of all that your ancestors went through, the hardships they dealt with, the sacrifices they made. Think what it took to come to America, unless you're Native American, in which case your ancestors really went through a lot. Many of your ancestors didn't know the language, many coming with just a desire and a dream for a better life. Jesus said, I live so that you could live also. I think about all the people in the past, my ancestors, who lived so that I could live also. Today, I want you to think about all the people who gave you life, who lived so that you can live. Starting with your parents, and then going back to your grandparents, your great-grandparents, and so many ancestors through the millennia. We may not know their stories, but we can be assured there were many sacrifices made in order for us to enjoy the life and freedom we have today. There are some TV shows that I like to watch, and one of them is called Finding Your Roots. It's on PBS. And they help celebrities trace their ancestral roots. Whether the celebrities be black or white, whether their ancestors came from Europe to escape famine or fascism, or whether they came from Africa on a slave ship, the one thing all these celebrities seem to have in common is that they are left with a deep sense of appreciation and gratitude for all that their forebears went through. Many are moved to tears as they learn the story of their ancestors and the hardships that they endured. So much of the story of those who came before us has been lost to time. I can't imagine what it was like for my great-grandfather to come from Germany as a young man, fight for the Union in the Civil War, become a citizen, marry, settle down, start a family, and build a house with his own two hands in Rowe. But I'm grateful to him and the rest of my ancestral family. We all have ancestors who went through untold hardships in order to find a better life that we now enjoy. And of course, to our own parents, we owe a lot. They gave us life. They fed us, clothed us, loved us, raised us, and helped us as best they could. Even if we may not have had the perfect parent-child relationship, we owe them our gratitude. And of course, third, think of all the people who have helped us to live, who taught us, who, as Mr. Rogers says, loved us into being the persons we are today. Think of all the countless friends along the way, from childhood right up to where you are today that have helped you on your journey. Think of your parents, siblings, teachers, coaches, lovers, spouses, even authors and singers that have brought you greater insight. And on a spiritual level, think of all those who came before us, from examples like Jesus and Buddha to Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., and of course, the founders of Unity, Myrtle and Charles Fillmore. I personally owe so much to Unity and its teachings. Unity has allowed me to explore new metaphysical ways of interpreting the Bible, new thought philosophies such as A Course in Miracles. It has made me more aware, more sympathetic, more caring, creative, compassionate, more loving, and less judgmental and ego-based. Our Unity Spiritual Center started 32 years ago this month at the house of Walter and Catherine Chauncey, two people who came before me that I never knew, but I am so grateful for. It started as a study group in their living room, evolved into Unity of Lebanon, and then what we know today is Unity Spiritual Center. Through the years, we have had many, many people who have contributed to Unity, especially our leaders, Reverend Carmela, our interim minister, Rev T, and of course, our founding minister, Reverend Audrey, who's here with us today. And finally, there have also been so many supporting people along the way. And that's where all of you come in. Because of Unity, because of you, I have been changed for good. I'm so grateful. So finally, I challenge you to make a list, a gratitude list of all the people you are thankful for giving you life, for teaching you how to live, and loving you into the person you are today. Thank you.
Thank you, Betty. And I think I can say for everyone that I am grateful for everyone here, especially for you.
That's
beautiful. Now, as we get ready to go into meditation, let's take a minute to check in on our physical well-being. Let's take a moment to settle into the chair that we're in, make ourselves comfortable, close our eyes if that's comfortable, check in for any pain or discomfort or distress, roll your neck if you'd like. Anything that feels tight or uncomfortable, try to stretch. Try to invoke calm by focusing on your breath. And as you focus on your breath, breathe in calm and breathe out stress. Breathe in peace and breathe out tumult. Breathe in the joy of who you are, who we are. Eliminate any thought of comparison or lack or jealousy of any kind. Breathe in the joy of being and take note of all who went before to bring us to this moment, to bring us to this knowing we are spirit. We are one. There is no separation. We are each other's selves. Our souls are joined. We are a source and a power for good that can never be diminished. We are a flame for love and goodness that can never extinguish. As we talk about ancestral joys today and being grateful for those who came before, we acknowledge that we are building our legacy right now. Our choices that we make will create the future. We will one day be the shoulders that others will stand on. We have a choice every day, and our communities, our families, our world are calling to us as Unity Truth students to live the light that we are, to bring that light into every situation, to create that ripple effect of good that will trickle down for generations. As we go into the silence, I ask that we allow our flame of good to burn brightly forever. And now we bring to mind anyone in need of prayer, anyone who is in pain or in some kind of suffering in some way. We as one hold the truth for them. We know that they are a presence and a power that can deal with anything that comes their way. And we support them in this knowledge when they at this moment cannot. I ask that you start to become aware of your surroundings. Start to breathe, and slowly, when you are ready, open your eyes. Are we back?
Welcome back,
Welcome back, everyone.
That was beautiful, Franny.
Thank you.